Back at Eltham Palace, the next artist to face the hanging committee was 49-year-old Clem So from Devon. Clem's always loved art, but he ended up running an online business, trading vintage collectibles instead. Only recently has he followed his heart and gone to university to study fine art. Now, with his degree behind him, he's determined to make a living from his art.
To meet you.
Yeah.
How are you?
All right.
It sounds as if you had art in your heart all your life.
Yes.
But I love the story about how it started. Tell me.
My sister tells me apparently that because my dad used to work in a chip shop, and she said that I used to be sat in a corner with a chip paper, grease-proof paper, and she said I used to just doodle and doodle all day. And I guess it's just developed from there.
What would it mean then for you to get through to the exhibition?
It would mean everything to me. It's just in my body, and I just need to be out there making marks and really, I guess, you know, it'd be really nice for others to appreciate that and share in that.
So if you do get to the exhibition and you sell, what would you spend the money on?
Well, because I was born in this country, I'm of Chinese descent, I've always wanted to go to China.
Brilliant. So a trip of a lifetime, really?
Yeah, it would be absolutely fantastic.
All right, brilliant. Well, I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you very
Lovely
much.
to meet you through that door.
Thank you.
Clem's taken a big risk going to university in his 40s, and it's make or break time for him now. He needs to make a living from his art, and if the judges vote his mixed media drawing entitled Breaking the Mould through to the exhibition, it could set him on the road to success.
Clem, hello.
Hi.
Please tell us about your work.
This painting is inspired by a photograph that my father gave me of my great-grandmother. To me, it felt quite profound. I really wanted to pay tribute to that in a painting. So the body of my work is about Chinese identity. This painting I use Chinese ink, oil, rice and soya sauce.
And what is the valuation you put on this work?
1,200.
Great, we'll come and take a closer look.
That's a sizable sum, and if Clem sells, the money will help him realise his dream of going on that trip of a lifetime to China to discover his roots. And it's the first time on Show Me The Monet we've had a drawing that's got soya sauce and rice on it. So hopefully Clem will score on the originality stakes. But will his portrait deliver the emotional impact the judges are looking for?
You talked about addressing Chinese identity.
Yes.
What do you mean by that?
To not have any real connection with mainland China, I've always felt that something is missing from my life, and this seemed to me like quite a deep subject that I could investigate in my own work.
So this drawing is loaded with meaning for Clem, but will the judges warm to his exploration of his identity?
This painting depicts your grandmother, or your great-grandmother,
yeah,
in a scarred, mutilated way, with what looks like a burn over an eye, looks like scar tissue and stitching around the nose. Is that intentional or subconscious on your part?
It's not a mutilation of the person. I've never ever thought of it as scars. I always just felt it was like a puddle of ink.
That wasn't the impression Clem was going for at all. His puddles of Chinese ink seem to have taken Charlotte in a direction Clem didn't intend. I wonder how the soya sauce and rice have gone down.
I'm not convinced by the food aspect to it. I can see why it probably means something to him, but it doesn't really mean anything to me, and it's a bit obvious.
But we don't see it, really.
It's a bit
but the
obvious
rice
in
is
a way,
tiny in the
isn't it?
corner. I can't even see soy
I
sauce
quite
on
like
it,
the
so
rice
that's...
as texture, just in that little position. It feels like the fabric on a sort of, braided tunic or something.
It's an image of a Chinese person, therefore we'll use rice and soy sauce. What?
But this is Clem trying to put in what he remembers, as he was saying, about being British-born Chinese. Emotionally, I read this in a very strong way, but it's not the way the artist is intending.
So, the judges have found Clem's drawing moving, but not for the reasons he intended. Will that go against him in the vote?
I'm finding it very hard. I'm going to say yes. Roy.
There's just a little bit too much lacking, so I'm going to have to say no.
All on you, David.
No.
Clem, I'm very sorry, but that means it won't be in our exhibition. But thank you very much for showing us it today, and good luck.
Cheers, thank you very much.
So Clem hasn't made it to the exhibition this time, but Charlotte did find the portrait powerful. Clem's only recently graduated, so with a bit more time, hopefully he'll be selling enough paintings to finance his trip to China.
Bad luck, mate.
All right.
How do you feel about that?
A little gutted. I think I felt they kind of misread some aspects of my work, but it doesn't mean that I won't keep carrying on and doing more work, because I think I've got enough about me to do that.
OK. We found it a great pleasure meeting you, Clem. We loved your work.
Thank you.
All right. Good luck. Lovely to
Cheers.
meet you. Take care.
Thank you.